What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and we have another Bitxaxe upgrade video. So this is the Bitxaxe that I got from DCE Miner. It already came with the upgraded larger heatsink. It has a little bit different fan. This one seems to be quieter than the other fans that I've seen. I went ahead and added the heatsink on the front and the back of the voltage regulator. So this one's been good. I've been able to overclock it, not really had any temperature problems, no overheating. Bueno. So now we could get into maybe more overclocking, right? Well, the guy over at Avoidbit said, hey, I got an add-on and it's called the Jetpack. So if you guys didn't know, this right here slots into a frame, a rail, to hold multiple Bitxaxes from Avoidbit. And they make a add-on called the Jetpack, which has a fan on the back, and I don't even know exactly how it works. I guess it goes right there. Oh, it just slots in. Interesting. Do I put it on before or after, you think? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I gotta show you guys that. All right, so yep, it's got a fan right there. It's got a wire. We're gonna take this and use a fan splitter. But let me clip this all the way on. It just clips on. That is so cool. Gotta be gentle. Okay, so it looks like it's holding on pretty securely. And then now that is the whole getup. So the Jetpack forces air across the back of the Bitxaxe, not only where the voltage regulator is, but also across like the back side of where the core is. So we're gonna be getting better temperatures, no doubt, because there's air forced across it. As for like power usage, I'm going to reach out to Avoidbit and see if they have done any measurements, because I think he provided another fan in here. The fan that they're using is 5 volts at 0.2 amps when at full RPM. So 5 volts, 0.2 amps. 5 volts, 2 amps will be 10 watts. So 5 volts, 0.2 amps is what, 1 watt? 1 watt at full tilt? And is it gonna make it run better? Absolutely, absolutely. So let me get the fan splitter, boom, and we're going to unplug this fan, plug in the fan splitter. That's simple enough. Then we'll plug the regular cooling fan in right there, and then we'll plug the Jetpack in right here. So now everything's plugged in, and we're ready to get to Jetpacking. So let me flip this around so you guys can see what I'm gonna do here. All right, guys, so those are my other Bitxaxes. This is the one with the Jetpack, and it just clips on like this. So I'm going to clip it on. Yep, okay, there we go. All right, so she is on and secure. Now we're gonna plug it in. And since that front fan's spinning, I imagine the back fan is also spinning. Yeah, she is. Okay, okay. Very nice. So that is now forcing air across the back, and oh yeah, it forces like down the channel and then out the bottom. So that's really cool. Cosmetically, you know, maybe these wires, probably I could like route them down through the bottom. Maybe there's like a little channel right here, but I'm not super worried about the cosmetics of it if it gives us extra performance. So now I want to start messing with like custom overclocking and pushing these harder than what the stock firmware will even allow. I'm going to go inside and show you guys the temperature comparison on this gamma versus this gamma. The only thing that's done to this gamma, it has a stock heat sink and these like stock normal fan, but it does have the upgraded heat sinks on the front and the back of the voltage regulator, because in my experience, a regular gamma straight out of the box, when you try to run it at default settings, in like ambient air temperatures. So we're in a garage right now. It gets a little warm during the day. I was experiencing overheating issues, so it would overheat and then cut off. Whereas now with the heat sinks on the voltage regulator, just passively cooled, it doesn't overheat and cut off. So let's go inside and see what kind of temperatures we're getting, because I am super pumped about that. Look at that. Oh, we got a Jetpack. All right, guys, so this is the Bitaxe Gamma with the actual Jetpack on the back. Average, we're doing 1.14 terahash. We're running at stock default settings, and we're doing 51.9 on the ASIC and 41 C on the voltage regulator. Now let's go over to my Bitaxe Gamma that has no Jetpack on it, and it has a stock cooler, whereas the other one has the aftermarket cooler. This one's averaging 1.06 at default, and 57.4 on the ASIC and 67 on the voltage regulator. So we're seeing we're about a little over 5 degrees Celsius cooler on the ASIC, and what was that? 26 degrees cooler on the voltage regulator. That is huge. That's huge. Big difference on that voltage regulator with that Jetpack running. So now I'm gonna start doing some overclocking. Let me turn this around. I'm gonna be doing some custom overclocking to try to push that Gamma as hard as I can, but I do know that the stock power supply is just gonna give out. It just can't go past a certain point. So I'm gonna go ahead and order in a aftermarket higher amperage power supply that I can run multiple Bitaxes off of, so that'll just make things simpler. So yeah, but if you're looking to get in and get some Jetpacks added on to your Avoidbit frames or your Avoidbit cases, let me pull them up. They're actually really reasonable here. So just go to the link down below in the description, and to get the Jetpack housing, it's $2.99, and you have different colors you can pick from. The fan is $4.99. You could probably buy your own fan if you don't want to get this fan, but being that it's only a 1 watt, I was like, yeah, that's good. There's the adapter, or sorry, there's the splitter. If your Bitaxe uses the normal 4-pin PWM fan, then you're good right there. But if you need the adapter for the small one, it's the, what is it, the JST, is that what it is? To PWM adapter, there's the adapter as well. So 99 cents, $2. Say worst case scenario, you gotta buy everything, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11 bucks, and you'll have a Jetpack on the back of your setup. Now, if you need to buy an entire thing, you can go over here and shop BitTrak. Let's go down here, and you can get a complete set. So you could get the single mount, or you could get the dual mount. The dual mount's what I have. It's $59, and I believe I have the black and gold. No, yes, this is the one I have, the gold and black. So you can fit up to 6 Bitaxes. It comes with all the cases, the frames, the hardware, even comes with an Allen wrench to put it together. And then you would just need Jetpacks, which if you figure, Jetpacks are about 10 bucks a piece, that'd be another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. So for $120, you could have them framed out and Jetpacked up. Now, as for the power supply, I'll be handling that and the overclocking in another video. And if you want to go wider, you can go wider, like 17.5 inch width versus 15.5, and that holds 8. So 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. But anyway, guys, if you do use the link down below, make sure to also use my code BCOIN. I'll put that in the description as well, and it gives you an extra 5% off. So with that being said, y'all have a good one. I'm going to jump on out of here. And I haven't been able to show you guys this in person yet, but soon. They have it's not there, BitTrak bare bones rack mount. This is a rack mount kit. So if you have a server rack, you could end up putting some Bitaxes in a server. So I thought that's really cool. I'm going to be putting a rack inside my house, and that means I need to get more Bitaxes so I can fill that up. So very, very cool. Avoidbit's got a lot going on. Next thing, I'm also going to show you, they have a launch pad. So if you have one of the pods, you can just slide it into the launch pad and use it on your desk. I'll show you that later. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. See you on the flip side. Adios.